Virgo, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest. Chillin', my name's Armando. This is a message for the Virgo Sun Moon Rising Collective. Regardless of your natal placement, I strongly suggest that you take only what resonates. It may be about you, it may be about them, it may be about everyone involved. This may be a message about the past, present, or future indeed. Although we are looking at the next few weeks ahead after this new moon in Libra. So this marks your new moon in Libra reading. I ask that our guides of the highest, most brilliant divine white light protect me, protect us as I channel and interpret for your Virgo divine. I'm getting a lot of ones, 1, 2, 3 as well. The Empress, the Magus of Power, the Magus of Light, and the High Priestess as well. Okay, so you are now, it's like a spiritual guide, whether ancestral or spiritual, or a stellar energy, or like an actual person. It could be incarnate, where it shows up as friends that support you, or just the community, or in your day-to-day waking life, you may meet different individuals. The moon is now in Scorpio, and Mercury is now in Scorpio as well. It has begun its descent, and so it also met with Mars in Scorpio recently. This also marks Mercury's post or pre-shadow retrograde period. So the next, 8-9 weeks will be very potent in declaring truth and authenticity in your manner in which you approach what you truly want in relationships, okay? Especially in your community, coming back to your community with a sense of value rising, and also how you are valuable, which you may already, I hope that you already know this anyway, but it may highlight your increasing value and how much value you do bring to relationships, okay? It could also very well be about work. Many soulmates, especially with the South Node in your sign and the vertex in Leo, romantic and just fun friendships from childhood that extend timelines, okay? A few weeks ago, yes, it really came down to what you truly know, and there is knowing and sensing as it's heightened sensation as you move through this next few weeks, okay? Happy new moon in Libra. Happy birthday to the Libra collective. Let's get a cerulean number for you. My phone, I decided I was going to update it, so it's dark and updating. So you're updating. There's some confirmation in this dark part of the path of the journey. The path does become dark. You sense and know how to move through these landscapes, as you reassess and recoil, as you regather your tools, as you pinpoint and center how and what and why you are manifesting into the conscious matrix, okay? Thank you so much. Virgo, 1 numero. We have number 6, we have number 4. Wow. Clap. Yes, this is number 6. Card number 6 here. I'll have to check in with that for you. So relationships, remember, we always address our relationship with ourselves here. Initially, first and foremost, and then how that is projected and mirrored back to us, how our approach is culminating into either removing or calling in, being magnetically drawn in and magnetically drawing in new relationships you are nurturing and watering. There's a lot to say about being at the pool of water and the moon shine glimmering. So the full moon could be highly attuned to magic. And so I have to address that, as in give you guidance and advice to perform ritual. Usually we release and remove the biggest roadblocks. And so it's not about redirecting. You are going in the right direction. Virgo, congratulations. Let me make sure I'm reading this. It's a yes. Nurture. Yeah, you're nurturing, you're watering. It's not just like you're watering one plant. You may be watering many plants, but what I mean is a whole, it's beyond the garden. It is this landscape here. Yes, I did want to bring out some, there are also like, you're in this, you could very well be in a city, right? Like you live in the city, but this is also your internal landscape and how you are nurturing that aspect of you. Let's see. Building blocks. Wow, building blocks, structure. Okay, let's get into that. Reserve your love. It can be hard to feel like you're doing enough, but reserve your love. How is your heart? A drop of love might help. Philanthropy and give fully like the sun. Temperance. Okay, we talked about that in yesterday's message. Be young and soft like water. Yes, a lot of, like, how does water flow throughout land? What does it do as it covers it? A lot of passage through time. This is 6 weeks. Here, there you go. This is your 6-week message. And then we have, let's see, the Emperor. With number 6, we have Gemini, right? The Lovers, the Heart. Let's see, Uranus, as well as Venus. There you go. Cool. Venusian energy, Venus and Libra, very much the Empress. And then 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. Plan ahead, building blocks. Map it out. There you go. I don't know, maybe you're taking a trip or going, to me, it's like going to new spaces, and that's very energetic, but you could also practice these meditations, as in take yourself to new places, and that will help you to release old masks. Not that you are hiding, but the masks we wear as part of our identity. So you are shifting identity, which means you're shifting timelines as well. Cool, thank you so much. One animal spirit. We have the earthworm. Yeah, you're ready to burst out anew. First, remember to nurture its nutrients as well, regenerating. And it's not just your internal and your physical body. It's like the body, as in your surroundings. You're reassessing how your surroundings nurture you, if they do, right? Removing fear by also through spirituality. Spirituality can help you to remove a lot of the blocks caused by fear. Okay, so you're doing that, clearing out parts of the body, energetic points. Okay, one animal spirit for the Virgo collective for their next 4 to 6 weeks. Thank you so much. Cool. Fish, water, and then an oyster. Although it can be aggravating and frustrating. Your emotions are being, it's like the removal. It's removing a lot of emotions, cutting cords, cutting ties with the red moon. Maybe the release is that maybe the meditation, the ritual for the next full moon in Taurus in about 2 weeks. And also, then again, in 6 weeks, there's the moon in Gemini, full moon in Gemini. Wow, is that so? Okay. Full moon in... Yes, okay. In 2 weeks, full moon in Taurus, and then 6 weeks, full moon in Gemini. Okay. And yes, the full moon in Taurus will highlight what you need to remove as far as blocks in your surroundings, siblings, community, friendships, how you make money, how you exchange goods, services, products. Okay. So there could be maybe also meditation involved in philanthropy, which is so typical of, like, I don't want to give that message out only because it's like a Virgo already gives so much. So do with that message what you will. Maybe it's more like cleaning out, right? Clean out space, fall or spring cleaning. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Ace of Cups. Cool, yeah. My head's still in a bubble. And definitely I was getting the nectar, so honey and lilac. With sweetness. Sweetening up. Sweetening. Something sweet. Okay, 3 cards for the Virgo collective for their next 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. Am I taking all these? No. I need more shuffling. Okay. Thank you so much, Virgo. Oh yeah. There is a mentor around you, a guide, many guides. It's not just one, right? You're seeing it now. You're seeing cutting through the veil, especially with the fish, Pisces. What can you let slip away? Where can you slip away from? Okay. Wow, the maiden and the siren. The dead end and the sustainer here. Okay, so the basis, yeah, being letting go of a lot. And so it could feel like that. It could feel like, wow, I am revising a lot of the ways I approach and going deeper than it's deeper, skin deep. It goes deeper than that because we have the dead end. That could be the challenge where you feel a bit mystified, or you don't, you have that fear. So there is no fear in releasing what isn't really meant to be held together anymore. There is a lot that needs to separate. Card 24, the sustainer, the challenge being the dead end. Card 40 and card 18, the siren. Okay, so it takes me through the passage of time, midlife, the crisis point, 40, 41, 42. And then also these markers, these numbers are more like age markers to me, is what I'm getting a lot. With the siren being 18, the sustainer being 24. Those could be poignant, important times that you can reflect on to assess and reassure you of the changes that you need to make as you solidify that aspect of your personality, how you are of service, how you move about in your community. It's more than a grown-up moment. It's like you are ready to appear and do something different, whether it's more like relationships. It's more than work-based is the way I see. Okay. is what I see. Okay, let's have 3 for you have been receiving a lot of messages, especially from even afar, and it comes to you, right? Receiving a lot of messages. It could be the message like, remember to secure time for these meditations. Many spiritual guides around you. It's a very deeply emotional stirring to clear out a lot of emotions so that you can start this new. It's not a redirection. It's that after this junction point, crossing the threshold. Where am I? Because I'm kind of all over the place. There is a threshold that you're crossing. Okay, the siren. Can we get clarity on the siren, the dead end, and the sustainer? But something has reached beyond its tipping point, its end point, right? The dead end, and that is the challenge here. Okay, the siren. Treating yourself fairly and allowing those that are going to treat you fairly to come into this path alongside you. Okay, Moon and Taurus. Also, the fact that you've been in your health zone, physical body health, taking time out for that is also very meaningful and maybe has triggered a lot of this. So again, it goes deeper than that, right? Clarity on the dead end. Yeah, the Chariot. It's that point that you're crossing. It could feel like it is a dead end, but it's spiritual. So that's the threshold. It just is the dark, but you're being guided through. This is like your ancestors. You can't. The advice is not to give into that black and white thinking. Like, is this possible? Yes. Through more meditative approaches, through like shifting your day, maybe taking a different route or different routes, going to different places, which I think came up in your message last time, maybe. But again, it is that frustration point. And although it may be emotional, spiritual, psychological, karmic, any of those words you want to apply, it is involved in many relationships, but it is still very real for you, for your emotional body, for releasing that gunk. Okay, it's the truth, and you are being, even though you're like, what, where am I going? You're being guided to go in that direction. One more for the sustainer. So remember, that was in reverse. Putting down those fights, reassessing how you not necessarily project, but yeah, the masks. Again, it's not about putting down false masks, but you're no longer identifying with a lot of those. It seems like you realize that you've been fighting and struggling for certain types of relationships that you no longer believe that. That's not part of you anymore. Venus in Aquarius, okay? And then Cancer with the Chariot, Moon in Taurus with the discs. Can we get past, present, and future? Or actually, what are you looking ahead? What are you leaving behind? What's at the top of your mind for the next 4 weeks? And what is there to look forward to? What are you looking forward to? 3 cards. Thank you so much. Oh. Focus on that money. Is that what you're saying? Okay, 3 cards. There you go. At the top of your mind is love, success in love. What you are looking forward to is letting go of a lot of those false desires, ego-based desires, reassessing that, self-care, and self-forgiveness allows for a lot of this. That's maybe what your guides advice seems to be, or your options open up. Out of the Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus, a lot of Taurus energy here. No longer being left out in the cold, and so no longer feeling like you're alone. Also, this is truly spiritual guidance to get you out of that funk. Five of Pentacles, okay. Look at you, Two of Cups. This Virgo, Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. So we have so much Cancer. We have Taurus, we have Venus. Mercury showed up. We have Leo. We have the Strength card with Lust here as number 11. So again, this is not about restarting. This is about this is about recognizing, again, what you want to. Remember the earthworm? Lost card is like, what are you like allowing to blossom, to bloom, to what have you been now in the garden? What did you plant? What are you planting? How are you nurturing? What are the nutrients that you bring to nurture, to allow this to grow, to bloom, to blossom, to burst through the ground, right? The Temperance card does appear, okay? Wow, I want to keep picking that up, but let me just finish your Celtic crossbow with. There's a lot going on around you, right? So yeah, the need for those times to get away from it for a hot minute. Yeah, new directions. So having those little blips in your week or even throughout the day with the Five of Pentacles, with the Six of Pentacles, that is like hour by hour, day to day. It becomes it allows the mindset to shift your perspective, literally, right? Or obviously, physically, your perspectives change as you take new routes, but that also creates an internal, emotional, mental perspective analysis that then shifts that perspective, okay? You're really truly coming to recognize a new version of you. Again, you want something different, right? Where do you stand in your power? Where does the Virgo stand in their power over the next 4 weeks, right? Ace of Cups keeps trying to come out. Two of Swords. You're being guided to really look at, and you're doing the work little by little. It's magical, and you are also weaving. So this is another like garden card to me. Remember all the creatures, and the spider is significant to you in that you're weaving. So the lavender, as well as whatever spiritual guides you're working with in your surroundings. So Eight of Pentacles is your card, Sun in Virgo. You are in your freaking power. You are in your element, coming out of your season into the Sun in Libra. Yeah, around you there is a shift, a happy shift. Okay, in your surroundings, yes, for the next 4 to 6 weeks for the Virgo collective. You're very independent. You're owning it. King of Wands. Likely maybe even whether it's spiritual leader or even your boss again. Work does kind of come into play in this reading here. You are being magnetically drawn, taken to the right places. Once again, it's like go with it. And then we have that cobra, that snake, the teacher. There's something about a teacher, but this could also be at work, right? Because I know you're focused on gain, as in gaining wealth. your advice, please. Advice for the Virgo collective for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Wow, the Mother of Wands is to go with it. And this is domesticity, right? Like, make space, make room, make time in your day, clearing out the space too. But making sure you're ready, or you give yourself time to listen, to receive guidance, and then to go to it. You're being drawn to it, but you also, the advice is to listen so that you hear with the Moon card here, so that you're downloading the message and interpreting it as you process, as you transmute energy, as you clear out emotions, to allow these messages to be received within you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, then guided, moving out of through this dark space. Okay, it's part of the journey. No fear here, because you're coming out very like regal. Also, there's like craft involved, more snake, more transmutation. You're shedding so much skin. You're really, there are guides around you, like highly elevated. No fear, Virgo. Okay. This is Pisces, Aries here, the fish. This is fixed sign Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, as well as Sagittarius, right? Karmic chapters are exiting, right? And the outcome, new direction, letting go of beliefs you no longer are attuned to, maybe beliefs that you felt you had to abide by, maybe the fear or just an obsession. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 5 of Pentacles, we had it over here. That spiritual guidance and perspective shift, it's small, but it will grow, and we'll clarify this because we don't want that 5 of Pentacles. It likely is that because you're leaving a lot of people out, they're feeling that part. You know this, you know that if you're not going to be in contact, if you also go no contact with an ex or situation, partnerships like that, they are now feeling how you felt, okay? Because you're leaving it behind. That means you do shift that perspective. There was a reading like that, I think, recently, where what you were leaving behind, the Hierophant, which is also Taurus, is what you have to really confront to be released from it, and for you to release it as well. Okay, can we get clarity on the Strength card, on the Lust card, number 11? It's still a brand new beginning. It could feel like you're thrown off because your mental perspective is shifting, coming out of lack, but it could feel like you're maybe in lack. So the Chariot shows up, the Star card, and the Page of Cups. I don't know if I can show, well, I'm not monetized, so there's no reason for me to not be able to show the Star card. But the Page of Cups is the Princess of Cups over here. Yes, are you going to take that project on, okay? And through the process of self-forgiveness, the options open up. Releasing that fear, that black and white based mentality, so that you can draw in. It does seem to me like there's a level of hope that is actually becoming your true reality, right? I think it's in that release, okay? Moving that out of the body. Those old emotions were based in that on-off, black-white thinking, okay? As you course correct, okay? Remember, it's not redirection, it's a course correction. Covering new lands is the way I see it. You're covering new lands. The Chariot, the Star, Aquarius, Page of Cups. It's a definitely really taking it on and seeing it more as this is hope. There is hope for this to actually happen. Like I can actually do it. Maybe start small or start at that emotional level, right? Instead of being cold and not no shame there or guilt tripping or anything like that, but assessing the approach, having a more self-forgiving approach. It's not about forgiving them, remember? Can we get clarity on the Five of Pentacles as the outcome? Why the Five of Pentacles as the outcome? Because you're coming out of that to fairness. Here's your gain. Okay, this card wants to come up. Yeah, look. Six of Pentacles once again, which is the situation. Fairness leads to gain and wealth. Venus, again, Venus in Virgo. Again, Six of Pentacles, it's here. So there is the gain out of that, out of actual relationship situations that were making you feel at a loss, were making you worry. You're no longer stressing about those bugaboos. You're over here concerned more. Don't worry about wealth. There is fairness, perhaps even in your giving, your acts of service. That, remember, with the Father and Mother of Wands here, both in your environment and in your advice, give a little, get back a lot is what I get there, okay? And that gets you to really accept that you're no longer in lack. Because the Five of Pentacles can be read at a higher octave of spirit is really like, get the hell out of here. Like, let's go this way. Eight of Pentacles once again. Yo, so many synchronicities. This is you, Virgo, Sun in Virgo, Eight of Pentacles. You've been working on this, okay? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. True wealth, true gain, maybe a role upgrade. Well, again, this is the passage of time, okay? Okay, I honor you. I honor what's here. There's not a lot to worry. It's coming out of worry, okay? You sense this, you know this. We said the High Priestess was here. New relationships, or a new relationship with money and wealth, okay? We close the reading. I hope that resonates. Take only what does. Hit like, Virgo. Leave me a comment, say hello, and yes, subscribe if you're still here. Thank you for coming along for the ride, and I honor your path. I'll be back with more. Ciao.